Hey, good afternoon, everyone. So, on my way to work now. So, I had a glance at Twitter. Tyson Fury, Alexander Usyk is off now, or according to I think Alexander Usyk's promoter, Alexander Krasik, fights off. As far as I'm aware, as I did tell you guys, I did tell you I predicted this. I know a lot of fans are very. I don't really like engaging with boxing fans these days. No, I don't. I hope I'm not being rude by ignoring comments, but remember, I've been around boxing for a long time. It's just boring. When people try and tell me when people try and talk as if they know boxing better than me, let me pick my words carefully. When it comes to boxing business, I'd say I understand boxing business better than pretty much anyone. Not in an arrogant sense, but when you've been around boxing like I have, but you pick up on things and, I could tell, Team Fury did not want this fight. I don't know why, but I say likely, well, I do know why. I think the likeliest explanation, Fury just doesn't want to fight this guy. It's a hard fight, so he's just trying to put the fight off. That's, in my opinion, I think that's the likeliest explanation, because Fury fought, he fought Chisora in his last fight. He fought, who's the other one? Fought Dylan White. But Chisora's beaten him twice already. Stopped him the last time. Very one-sided fight. Tyson just wants easy fights. He wants people that he just wants an easy night's work. He's had the fights with Klitschko and Wilder. Look, the Wilder fights were tough. And look, I give Tyson Fury respect. He did well in these fights. Look, I'd say he's probably the number one heavyweight in the world. And I am speaking objectively. I have no secret agenda against anyone. If I had some sort of problem, I'll just say so. But he doesn't want to fight Usyk right now. I'm not saying he'll never fight him, but he's just putting that fight off. But he doesn't want to fight him. All this back and forth on social media. You just call the guy up. You just call him up. Fight gets made in 5-10 minutes if you genuinely wanted it. Usyk's a guy who the country he comes from. Like, these guys, they're not going to avoid a fight. It's not the way they operate. The guy's putting himself in danger in Ukraine. You think he's going to be scared to get in a boxing ring? It's his job. It's what he's been doing for a long time. And I'm not saying Tyson Fury's scared. Scared is a very strong word. He just wants in my opinion, he just wants an easy fight. He just wants a fight that's easier than Usyk. As someone who trains myself and boxes myself, I'm not trying to show off or patronise anyone, but I've had fights, so I can give you a perspective. For me, you can sort of judge who's going to be a difficult fight and who's going to be an easy fight. So for me, for right now, I only want to fight. Look, I'll fight people, I don't mind, but I wouldn't fight people. Say they said to me, they call me up in 2 weeks, for argument's sake. So, Michael, do you want to fight Tommy Fury for 5 million? I'd say no, not in 2 weeks. I'm not gonna beat him. I know I'm not gonna beat Tommy Fury. Say you give me a month's notice. We want you to fight Tommy Fury on, what are we now? March 20, I believe, 22nd. So if they said to me, we want you to fight Tommy Fury on the 1st of May, I'd say no, I'm not going to beat him. The kid's been doing it for a long time. I'm 32, so I think I'm 9 years older. I'm not saying I can't get to a position when I believe I could get to a position where I could beat him, but I don't like to lie. I'm not going to exaggerate. Like, it's not happening on, May the 1st. That's too soon. If it was May the 1st next year, I'd give it a go. I'd say, screw it, yeah, I'll get in the ring. I'll give it a go. If it was someone like Ben Whittaker, like next year, say Ben Whittaker or Anthony Yard, I wouldn't get in with those sort of people. Especially not Anthony Yard. I've met him before. That guy is absolutely massive. And it's not just the size, but it's the actual ability, the power. Anthony Yard will knock me out cold, no problem. So I wouldn't fight Anthony Yard. I just think he's too physically big. I don't think that fight ever happens. Would I fight Tommy Fury? If it was next year, I'll give it a go. Like, if the money's good, I'll give it a go. But you understand what I'm saying? I hope I'm not going off point, but I'm just saying I can tell who's a winnable fight for me and who's not. People like Tommy Fury and Jake Paul, right now, I don't want those fights. Jake Paul, I mean, I'd have to go 12 rounds without getting knocked out. If it was 1 round, say if it was an amateur fight, I'll give, amateur fight, I'll risk it. But 12 rounds, my legs are going to get tired and he's going to catch me. You know, he's a big guy, he hits hard. I'm not saying I can't beat him, I'm just saying not May the 1st, it's too soon. But if you're talking about people like Deji and FuziTube and what was the name of the one that used to, Vitali, the one that used to do the YouTube pranks, there's plenty of YouTubers around. I mean, forget a month, there's plenty of them I could beat today. But then there's some of them that are going to be difficult. The Tommy Furies, the, what's his name, Slim? I think that guy's quite big, he's a light heavyweight, he's tall, he's got a long reach, he's got power. I mean, it'd be unwise to take on such a big man at this moment in time. Give me more like 6-7 months, yeah, but right now, and in my opinion, again, I hope I'm not going off point, but I just think that's what it is with Tyson Fury. He's sort of looking at the fights which, you know, Tyson Fury knows he's boxing, so he's saying, you know what, Usyk's a difficult fight. Got fast hands, got fast legs, he's a good boxer, he's got a very solid record, he's beaten a lot of guys. And, you know, people can say he's small, but he's big enough. It doesn't mean he can't beat Fury. Usyk's probably about the same size as Muhammad Ali, David Haye, people like this. I mean, a lot of these people saying he's too small. I agree, Tyson Fury is probably likelier to win the fight, but not by much. I'd probably give it to Tyson. It's a very, very close, even fight. And a lot of these people saying, oh, Usyk's too small and he's this and that. Okay, so how much money are you going to put on it then? So put your house on it if it's impossible for him to win. And I'm not trying to say it in a rude way, but a lot of the time you get these people that will say things and they influence fans. They get a bit carried, oh, he's too small, he's too small. Well, being small isn't necessarily that bad. Usyk's bigger and taller than Mike Tyson. And you know, you wouldn't say Mike Tyson was too small to... Mike Tyson was clearly good enough to become heavyweight champion. Yeah, maybe he wasn't the biggest, but he was good enough. And that's what it is with Usyk. If you're good enough, it doesn't matter about size. You know, I don't know what else, what other points can I bring up? But remember, I think the last main point, it's not what we think, it's what Tyson Fury thinks. And if he thinks the fight's too hard, then that's the problem. That's what's stopping the fight from happening. But listen, good luck to Tyson. I mean, I've known him a long time. I first met him in 2010, July 2010. It's a long time ago now. Listen, good luck to Tyson. He's come a long way. I remember when people thought he was rubbish. So listen, good luck to him. He's come a long way. And I wish him well. I really would love to see him fight Usyk. But hey, I don't know what to tell you. But I very much don't see the fight happening. Not at this moment in time. But anyway, take care. Thanks for watching. I told you I was right.